My friends, I want to begin today by sharing with you one of the most profound discoveries I have made in my years of studying the minds of successful people. Every morning, before the sun rises, while the world still sleeps, there is a sacred moment when you can take complete control of your destiny. This moment, this precious time, holds within it the power to transform your entire life. For in these early hours, when your mind is fresh and your spirit is ready, you possess the ability to discipline your thoughts and direct them toward the achievement of your deepest desires. Throughout my research with hundreds of successful individuals, from Andrew Carnegie to Thomas Edison, from Henry Ford to Theodore Roosevelt, I have discovered that every truly successful person follows certain principles in the morning hours. These principles, these rules of mental discipline, separate the achievers from the dreamers, the leaders from the followers, the wealthy from the poor. Today, I shall reveal to you 10 sacred rules that will enable you to discipline your mind every morning and thereby control your destiny. But before I share these transformative principles with you, I must impress upon you the critical importance of understanding that success is not a matter of luck, chance, or favorable circumstances. Success is the result of definite causes, applied systematically and consistently over time. The morning hours provide you with the perfect opportunity to set these causes in motion every single day. You see, the human mind is most receptive to suggestion and programming during the first hour after awakening. During this time, your conscious mind has not yet been clouded by the worries, distractions, and negative influences that will inevitably seek to capture your attention as the day progresses. It is during these precious morning moments that you can plant the seeds of success consciousness that will grow and flourish throughout the day. I have observed that most people waste this golden opportunity. They stumble out of bed, turn on the news that fills their minds with disaster and negativity, or rush into their day without any clear purpose or direction. Then they wonder why their lives seem to be controlled by circumstances rather than by their own deliberate choices. But you, my friend, will be different. You will learn to use these morning hours as successful people have used them throughout history. You will discover how to condition your mind for success, happiness, and achievement every single morning. And when you do, you will find that your entire life begins to change in ways that will astound you. The first rule: awaken with gratitude, flowing through every fiber of your being. The first rule of morning mental discipline is to awaken with gratitude flowing through every fiber of your being. Before your feet touch the floor, before you speak a single word, you must condition your mind to recognize the incredible riches you already possess. This is not mere wishful thinking, my friends. This is the foundation upon which all success is built. When you begin each day by acknowledging the blessings in your life, you set in motion a powerful force that attracts even greater blessings to you. I want you to understand that gratitude is not just a pleasant emotion. It is a magnetic force that draws to you the very circumstances and opportunities you desire most. When Thomas Edison faced his 10,000th failed experiment, he did not curse his circumstances. Instead, he expressed gratitude for discovering yet another way that would not work, bringing him closer to the solution that would illuminate the world. This attitude of gratitude in the face of any circumstance is what separates the truly successful from those who live lives of quiet desperation. But let me share with you the deeper scientific truth about gratitude that most people never discover. When you focus your mind on thoughts of gratitude, you literally change the vibration of your being. Every thought creates vibrations, and these vibrations attract circumstances and opportunities that are in harmony with them. Thoughts of gratitude create vibrations of abundance, prosperity, and joy. These vibrations, broadcast by your subconscious mind, act like a powerful radio transmitter, sending out signals that attract similar vibrations from the universe. Consider the remarkable story of Sarah Breedlove, who became known as Madam C. J. Walker. Born to former slaves, orphaned at 7, married at 14, and widowed at 20, with a small child to support, she had every reason to focus on lack and limitation. Instead, she began each morning by expressing gratitude for her health, her daughter, and her opportunities. She was grateful for the problems with her hair that eventually led her to develop the hair care products that made her the first female self-made millionaire in America. Every morning, before you rise from your bed, spend at least 3 minutes in sincere appreciation for your health, your family, your opportunities, and even your challenges. For I tell you this profound truth: your challenges are not obstacles to your success. They are the stepping stones upon which your success will be built. When you begin each day with a heart full of gratitude, you align yourself with the positive forces of the universe, and these forces will work tirelessly to bring you everything your heart desires. But gratitude must be more than a mental exercise. It must be felt deeply in your heart and expressed with genuine emotion. Create a gratitude ritual that engages all of your senses. As you lie in bed, feel the comfort of your mattress and blankets. Listen to the sounds of life awakening around you. Breathe deeply and appreciate the gift of breath itself. Think of specific people in your life and feel the warmth of love in your heart. Write down at least 5 things you are grateful for each morning, but make them specific and detailed. Instead of simply writing "my family," write, "I am grateful for the way my spouse smiled at me yesterday evening and made me feel loved and appreciated." Instead of "my job," write, "I am grateful for the opportunity to use my talents to serve others and earn money doing work that matters." Remember this eternal truth: the mind that focuses on lack will create more lack, but the mind that focuses on abundance will create abundance beyond your wildest dreams. Start each morning by counting your blessings, not your problems, and watch as your life transforms before your very eyes. The practice of morning gratitude also prepares your mind to recognize opportunities throughout the day. When you begin with appreciation for what you have, you develop what I call opportunity consciousness. You become alert to the possibilities that surround you constantly, but that most people miss because their minds are focused on problems and limitations. The second rule: clearly define your purpose for the day ahead. The second rule of morning mental discipline is to clearly define your purpose for the day ahead. Without a definite purpose, your mind will wander aimlessly like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by every wind of circumstance. But when you begin each morning with a clear, definite purpose, you harness the incredible power of focused thought and direct it toward the achievement of your goals. Before you leave your bedroom each morning, you must ask yourself this crucial question: what is the one most important thing I must accomplish today to move closer to my major purpose in life? This question will focus your mind like a powerful lens focuses the rays of the sun. When you focus the rays of the sun through a lens, they become so concentrated that they can start a fire. When you focus your thoughts through the lens of definite purpose, they become so powerful that they can move mountains. The human mind possesses an amazing quality that most people never learn to use. When you give your mind a clear, definite objective, your subconscious immediately begins working to help you achieve it. It starts scanning your environment for opportunities, ideas, and resources that will help you accomplish your purpose. It heightens your awareness of relevant information and makes you more sensitive to the guidance that comes from your intuition. I want you to write down your daily purpose on a piece of paper and carry it with you throughout the day. This written statement of purpose will serve as your guide, your compass, your North Star. Whenever you feel confused or distracted, you can refer to this statement and immediately refocus your mind on what truly matters. This simple practice has enabled countless successful people to achieve extraordinary results in seemingly ordinary lives. Henry Ford did not become one of the wealthiest men in America by accident. Every morning, he began his day with a clear purpose: to make transportation available to every person in America. This burning purpose drove him through years of failure and disappointment until he finally achieved his goal and revolutionized the entire world in the process. When his first automobile company failed, his purpose sustained him. When investors doubted his vision, his purpose gave him the courage to continue. When technical problems seemed insurmountable, his purpose provided the determination to find solutions. But your daily purpose must be more than just a task to complete or a goal to achieve. It must be connected to your deeper mission and aligned with your core values. Ask yourself, how does today's purpose serve my major purpose in life? How does it contribute to the person I am becoming? How does it help me serve others and make a positive difference in the world? Consider the example of Booker T. Washington, who began each morning with the purpose of educating and uplifting his people. This daily purpose guided every decision he made, from the smallest interaction with a student to the largest strategic decisions about Tuskegee Institute. Because his daily purpose was always aligned with his major purpose, he was able to make a profound impact that continues to benefit humanity today. Your daily purpose need not be grandiose or earth-shaking. It simply needs to be clear, definite, and aligned with your major purpose in life. When you begin each morning with this kind of clarity, you tap into a reservoir of power that most people never discover. You become a person of purpose, and the universe has a way of clearing the path for people who know exactly where they are going. But purpose without action is merely wishful thinking. Once you have defined your purpose for the day, you must create a plan for achieving it. Break your purpose down into specific, measurable actions that you will take throughout the day. Identify the resources you will need, the obstacles you might encounter, and the people who can help you succeed. Most importantly, commit to your purpose with unwavering determination. Let nothing distract you from your chosen objective. When unexpected events arise, as they inevitably will, ask yourself, how can I handle this situation in a way that still serves my purpose? How can I turn this apparent obstacle into an opportunity to advance toward my goal? The third rule, feed your mind with positive, constructive thoughts. The third rule of morning mental discipline is to feed your mind with positive, constructive thoughts that will nourish your success consciousness throughout the day. Just as you would not put contaminated fuel in a fine automobile, you must not put negative, destructive thoughts in your mind during the precious morning hours when your subconscious is most receptive to suggestion. I have discovered through years of research that the thoughts you think during the first hour after awakening will largely determine the quality of your entire day. Your subconscious mind is like a fertile garden, and the thoughts you plant in it each morning will grow and multiply throughout the day. Plant thoughts of success, happiness, and achievement, and you will reap a harvest of positive experiences. Plant thoughts of failure, worry, and limitation, and you will surely harvest disappointment and frustration. The mind, you see, is constantly seeking to confirm whatever thoughts dominate it. If you fill your mind with thoughts of poverty, your subconscious will work to prove that poverty is your natural state. If you fill your mind with thoughts of abundance, your subconscious will work just as diligently to prove that abundance is your birthright. This is not mystical thinking. It is a psychological reality that has been demonstrated countless times in the lives of successful people. This is why I strongly recommend that you begin each morning by reading something inspirational, something that will elevate your thoughts and expand your vision of what is possible. Read biographies of successful people. Study the principles of success. Fill your mind with ideas that will inspire you to greater achievement. Choose your morning reading material as carefully as you would choose the food you eat, for the thoughts you consume will become part of your mental constitution. I suggest that you create a library of positive, inspirational books and spend at least 15 minutes each morning reading from them. Include biographies of people you admire, books on personal development, spiritual texts that uplift your spirit, and works of literature that inspire noble thoughts and emotions. Avoid at all costs the negative influences that seek to poison your mind in the morning hours. Stay away from news of disaster and failure. Avoid conversations with negative people and refuse to let pessimistic thoughts take root in your consciousness. Remember, you have complete control over what enters your mind, especially in the morning when your mental defenses may be relaxed. Exercise this control wisely, and you will find that your entire life begins to reflect the positive nature of your morning thoughts. W. Clement Stone built a fortune worth over $100 million by beginning each morning with positive affirmations and inspirational reading. He understood that success begins in the mind, and the mind must be properly conditioned each morning if it is to produce successful results throughout the day. But reading positive material is only the beginning. You must also carefully monitor the internal dialogue that goes on in your mind throughout the morning hours. Most people are unaware of the constant stream of thoughts flowing through their consciousness, but successful people have learned to become conscious observers of their own thinking. They catch negative thoughts before they can take root and immediately replace them with positive ones. Develop the habit of asking yourself periodically throughout the morning, what am I thinking about right now? Is this thought serving my highest good? Is it moving me closer to my goals or farther away from them? If you catch yourself dwelling on negative thoughts, immediately redirect your attention to something positive and constructive. Create a collection of powerful, positive thoughts that you can call upon whenever you need to redirect your thinking. These might include memories of past successes, visions of future achievements, or inspiring quotes that lift your spirits. The key is to have these positive thoughts readily available so you can substitute them for negative ones at a moment's notice. Consider also the power of surrounding yourself with positive influences during your morning routine. Choose uplifting music that energizes and inspires you. Display visual reminders of your goals and dreams, where you will see them during your morning preparations. Surround yourself with symbols of success, achievement, and the life you are creating. The cumulative effect of feeding your mind positive thoughts each morning cannot be overstated. Over time, these thoughts become the dominant patterns in your consciousness. They shape your beliefs, influence your decisions, and ultimately determine the quality of your life. When you consistently begin each day with positive, constructive thoughts, you literally reprogram your mind for success. The fourth rule, engage in physical movement that awakens your body and spirit. The fourth rule of morning mental discipline is to engage in physical movement that awakens your body and energizes your spirit for the challenges ahead. Your mind and body are so closely connected that you cannot achieve peak mental performance without also maintaining peak physical condition. When you begin each morning with vigorous physical activity, you not only strengthen your body, you also condition your mind for success. I am not suggesting that you must become an athlete or engage in strenuous exercise. I am simply telling you that your body needs movement, your blood needs circulation, and your mind needs the clarity that comes from physical activity. A brisk walk in the fresh morning air, some simple stretching exercises, or even just a few minutes of deep breathing can work wonders in preparing your mind for a successful day. The connection between physical movement and mental clarity is one of the most overlooked success principles in our modern world. When you move your body, you increase the flow of oxygen to your brain, stimulate the production of beneficial chemicals called endorphins, and create the ideal conditions for clear thinking and creative problem solving. Physical movement also helps to release tension and stress that may have accumulated in your body during sleep, leaving you feeling refreshed and energized. When you move your body, you move energy through your entire system. This energy awakens your mind, sharpens your thinking, and increases your capacity for creative thought. Many of the greatest discoveries and innovations in history have come to people while they were engaged in physical activity. The rhythm of walking, the deep breathing of exercise, the increased circulation of blood to the brain all combine to create an ideal environment for clear thinking and creative problem solving. Thomas Jefferson understood this principle and made it a practice to walk several miles each morning before beginning his daily work. He attributed much of his mental clarity and creative thinking to this morning ritual of physical movement. He often said that the best ideas came to him not when he was sitting at his desk, but when he was walking in the fresh air with his mind free to wander. Abraham Lincoln was known to split wood each morning, not just for the physical exercise, but because the rhythmic motion helped him think through the complex problems he faced as president. The repetitive nature of the physical activity allowed his conscious mind to relax while his subconscious worked on solutions to the challenges he was facing. Charles Dickens walked through the streets of London for hours each night, and these walks provided him with both the physical vitality and the creative inspiration that fueled his remarkable literary output. The movement stimulated his imagination and gave him the energy he needed to write some of the greatest novels in the English language. You too can harness this powerful connection between physical movement and mental clarity. Begin each morning with some form of physical activity, even if it is just 5 minutes of simple exercises. You will find that this practice not only improves your physical health, but also sharpens your mental faculties and prepares you for whatever challenges the day may bring. The type of physical activity you choose is less important than the consistency with which you engage in it. Some people prefer vigorous exercises like running or calisthenics. Others find that gentle stretching or yoga suits them better. Still, others benefit most from a simple walk in nature. The key is to find a form of movement that you enjoy and that leaves you feeling energized and alert. If you live in an urban environment where outdoor exercise is difficult, you can still benefit from indoor movement. Simple exercises like jumping jacks, push-ups, or stretching can be done in any room. Even a few minutes of deep breathing exercises where you focus on filling your lungs completely and exhaling slowly can help to oxygenate your blood and sharpen your mental faculties. Pay attention to how different types of movement affect your mental state. Some people find that vigorous exercise helps them feel more confident and assertive. Others discover that gentle movement like stretching or walking helps them feel more peaceful and centered. Learn what works best for you and make it a consistent part of your morning routine. Remember that your body is the temple that houses your mind and spirit. When you treat it with respect and care, it will serve you faithfully in the pursuit of your goals. When you neglect it or abuse it, it will become a limitation rather than an asset. Begin each morning by honoring your body with movement, and it will reward you with the energy and vitality you need to achieve great things. The fifth rule, practice the art of visualization. The fifth rule of morning mental discipline is to practice the art of visualization, seeing in your mind's eye the successful completion of your goals and desires. Visualization is not daydreaming or wishful thinking. It is a precise mental technique that has been used by successful people throughout history to achieve extraordinary results. When you visualize your success with clarity and emotion, you actually program your subconscious mind to work continuously toward the realization of your mental pictures. The power of visualization lies in the fact that your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real experience and one that is vividly imagined with strong emotion. When you create clear, detailed mental pictures of your success and experience them with genuine feeling, your subconscious accepts these pictures as reality and begins working to make them come true in your external world. Every morning, spend at least 10 minutes in quiet visualization of your major goals. See yourself already in possession of the things you desire most. If you want financial independence, see yourself living the lifestyle that financial independence would provide. If you want to advance in your career, see yourself already occupying the position you desire. If you want better health, see yourself enjoying perfect physical condition. But effective visualization requires more than just mental pictures. You must engage all of your senses and emotions to make the experience as real as possible. See the colors. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, smell the fragrances, and even taste the flavors associated with your success. The more vivid and detailed you can make these mental experiences, the more powerfully they will influence your subconscious mind. The key to effective visualization is to make your mental pictures as clear and detailed as possible. Use all of your senses. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures, even smell the fragrances associated with your success. The more vivid and real you can make these mental pictures, the more powerfully they will influence your subconscious mind. But visualization alone is not enough. You must also feel the emotions associated with your success. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the pride that would come with the achievement of your goals. These emotions are the fuel that powers your visualization and makes it effective. When you combine clear mental pictures with strong positive emotions, you create a force that will inevitably attract the circumstances and opportunities necessary for the realization of your desires. Napoleon Bonaparte understood the power of visualization and used it to conquer most of Europe. Before every battle, he would spend hours visualizing his victory in complete detail. He would see his troops advancing, hear the sounds of triumph, feel the satisfaction of success. This mental rehearsal gave him the confidence and clarity he needed to achieve seemingly impossible victories on the battlefield. Olympic athletes have long understood the power of visualization. Studies have shown that athletes who combine physical practice with mental rehearsal perform significantly better than those who rely on physical practice alone. The athletes who visualize their perfect performance create neural pathways in their brains that help them execute those movements in reality. But visualization is not limited to athletes and warriors. Business leaders use it to achieve financial success, artists use it to create masterpieces, and inventors use it to solve complex problems. When you visualize your success with clarity and emotion, you tap into the same power that has enabled countless people throughout history to achieve extraordinary results. Create a specific time and place for your daily visualization practice. Find a quiet spot where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and allow your mind to create vivid pictures of your desired success. Start with your most important goal and see yourself having already achieved it. What does your life look like? How do you feel? What are you doing? Who is with you? Make your visualizations as specific and detailed as possible. If your goal is to own a successful business, don't just see yourself in a vague office setting. See the specific type of business, the location, the customers you serve, the products you offer. Hear the sounds of a busy, successful operation. Feel the satisfaction of knowing that you are providing value to others while achieving your own dreams. If your goal is to improve your relationships, visualize specific scenes of harmony and love. See yourself having meaningful conversations with the people you care about. Feel the warmth of genuine connection and mutual understanding. Hear the laughter and joy that comes from healthy, loving relationships. The sixth rule: affirm your faith in your ability to succeed. The sixth rule of morning mental discipline is to affirm your faith in your ability to achieve your goals and overcome any obstacles that may stand in your way. Faith is not blind belief or wishful thinking. Faith is a state of mind that can be developed through the repetition of positive affirmations and the accumulation of evidence that your goals are achievable. Faith is perhaps the most misunderstood of all success principles. Most people think of faith as something mystical or religious, but I am speaking of faith in its most practical sense. Faith is simply confident belief in your ability to achieve your objectives. It is the inner knowing that you have what it takes to succeed, regardless of current circumstances or temporary setbacks. Every morning, you must declare to yourself and to the universe your unwavering faith in your ability to succeed. Speak these affirmations with conviction and enthusiasm. Say them as if you already possess the success you desire. Feel the truth of these statements in every fiber of your being. Remember, your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a real experience and one that is vividly imagined with strong emotion. The power of affirmations is not in the words themselves, but in the beliefs they create and reinforce. When you repeatedly affirm your success with genuine conviction, you gradually build unshakable confidence in your abilities. This confidence becomes a magnetic force that attracts the opportunities, resources, and people necessary for your success. Create affirmations that are specific to your goals and circumstances. If you are building a business, affirm your ability to serve customers and create value. Say things like, "I have valuable skills and knowledge that people need and are willing to pay for. I attract ideal customers who appreciate what I offer. I make decisions quickly and confidently. I persist through challenges until I achieve my goals." If you are seeking advancement in your career, affirm your qualifications and your value to your organization. I am a valuable contributor to my organization. I consistently exceed expectations and deliver excellent results. I am worthy of advancement and increased responsibility. Opportunities for growth and promotion come to me naturally. If you are working to improve your relationships, affirm your capacity for love and understanding. I am a loving and compassionate person. I communicate clearly and listen with genuine interest. I attract loving, supportive relationships into my life. I deserve to be loved and appreciated for who I am. But affirmations must be more than just words. They must be backed by action and supported by evidence. As you work toward your goals, collect evidence that supports your affirmations. Keep a record of your successes, no matter how small. Notice the progress you are making, the obstacles you have overcome, the people who have expressed confidence in you. The power of affirmations lies not just in the words you speak, but in the faith and conviction with which you speak them. When you repeatedly affirm your success with genuine belief, you gradually build an unshakable faith in your ability to achieve your goals. This faith becomes a magnetic force that attracts the people, opportunities, and circumstances necessary for your success. Henry Ford once said that whether you think you can or think you cannot, you are right. This profound truth illustrates the power of faith and belief in determining the outcome of your endeavors. When you begin each morning by affirming your faith in your success, You set in motion powerful forces that will work throughout the day to bring your affirmations to reality. Consider the remarkable story of Mary Kay Ash, who built a cosmetics empire by beginning each day with powerful affirmations. Despite facing discrimination as a woman in business and having no formal business training, she affirmed daily her ability to succeed and help other women achieve financial independence. Her unwavering faith in her mission enabled her to build one of the most successful direct sales companies in history. But remember, affirmations are not magic incantations that will somehow make your goals appear without effort. They are tools for building the faith and confidence you need to take the actions necessary for success. When you truly believe in your ability to succeed, you naturally take more chances, persist longer through difficulties, and notice opportunities that others miss. Your affirmations should be stated in the present tense as if your goals have already been achieved. Instead of saying, "I will be successful," say, "I am successful." Instead of, "I will overcome this challenge," say, "I am overcoming this challenge." This present tense phrasing helps your subconscious mind accept your affirmations as current reality rather than future possibilities. Speak your affirmations with emotion and conviction. The more feeling you put into them, the more powerfully they will influence your subconscious mind. Some people find it helpful to stand in front of a mirror while reciting their affirmations, looking directly into their own eyes as they speak the words. The seventh rule: plan your day with precision and purpose. The seventh rule of morning mental discipline is to plan your day with precision and purpose, ensuring that every moment is used effectively in the pursuit of your goals. Most people begin their day without a clear plan and then wonder why they feel scattered and unproductive. But successful people understand that a day without a plan is like a journey without a map. You may eventually reach some destination, but it is unlikely to be the one you truly desire. The act of planning your day does much more than simply organize your activities. It focuses your mind on your priorities, helps you allocate your time and energy wisely, and ensures that you are always moving toward your most important objectives. When you create a detailed plan for your day, you take control of your time instead of allowing circumstances to control you. Before you begin the activities of your day, take time to create a detailed plan that outlines exactly what you will accomplish and when you will accomplish it. This plan should be written down and organized in order of priority. The most important tasks should be scheduled for the times when your energy and concentration are at their peak. Start by identifying the one most important task you must complete today, the task that will move you closest to your major objective. This should be the first item on your schedule, tackled when your mind is fresh and your energy is high. Too many people spend their best hours on trivial activities and then wonder why they never seem to make progress on their important goals. But creating a plan is only the first step. You must also develop the discipline to follow your plan regardless of the distractions and temptations that may arise throughout the day. This requires a strong will and a firm commitment to your goals. When you consistently follow through on your daily plans, you develop a reputation with yourself as someone who can be trusted to do what you say you will do. This self-trust is essential for building the confidence necessary for great achievement. Andrew Carnegie attributed much of his success to his habit of planning each day in advance. He would spend the last few minutes of each evening planning the next day, and the first few minutes of each morning reviewing and refining his plan. This practice ensured that he never wasted time wondering what to do next, and that every action was directed toward the achievement of his major goals. Your daily plan should include not only your work activities, but also time for personal development, physical exercise, and relaxation. A well-balanced plan will help you maintain the energy and enthusiasm necessary for sustained success. Remember, you are not just planning your activities, you are planning your success. When creating your daily plan, be realistic about what you can accomplish. It is better to complete a few important tasks thoroughly than to start many tasks and finish none. Allow buffer time between activities to account for unexpected delays or opportunities that may arise. Consider the energy requirements of different tasks when scheduling your day. Plan demanding mental work for times when your mind is sharp, and save routine tasks for times when your energy naturally dips. Most people experience peak mental performance in the morning, but learn to recognize your own patterns and plan accordingly. Build flexibility into your plan by identifying which tasks are absolutely essential and which can be postponed if necessary. This will help you adapt to unexpected circumstances without feeling frustrated or defeated. Remember, your plan is a guide, not a prison. It should serve you, not stress you. Review your plan periodically throughout the day to ensure you are staying on track. If you find yourself getting distracted or pulled off course, refer to your written plan to refocus your attention on what truly matters. This simple practice can save you hours of wasted time and energy. At the end of each day, review how well you followed your plan and what you accomplished. Celebrate your successes, learn from any failures, and use this information to create an even better plan for the following day. This process of continuous improvement will help you become more effective and efficient over time. Your daily planning session should also include time to consider how today's activities connect to your larger goals and objectives. Ask yourself, how does what I'm planning to do today move me closer to my major purpose in life? This perspective will help you stay motivated and ensure that your daily actions are aligned with your long-term vision. The eighth rule, connect with your deeper purpose. The eighth rule of morning mental discipline is to connect with your deeper purpose and remind yourself why your goals are important to you. Without a strong why, even the most detailed plans and the most positive affirmations will lack the power to sustain you through the inevitable challenges and obstacles you will face. Your why is the burning desire that fuels your persistence when others would give up. It is the source of the enthusiasm that makes work feel like play. It is the foundation upon which all lasting success is built. Every morning, you must reconnect with this deeper purpose and allow it to ignite the fire of motivation within you. Most people set goals based on what they think they should want rather than what they truly desire. They pursue careers that others expect them to pursue, accumulate possessions that society tells them are important, and chase achievements that bring little real satisfaction. But when your goals are aligned with your authentic purpose, work becomes a labor of love and success becomes not just possible but inevitable. Ask yourself these important questions. Why do I want to achieve my goals? What will my success mean to the people I love? How will my achievement contribute to the betterment of the world? The answers to these questions will provide you with the emotional fuel necessary to overcome any obstacle and achieve any goal you set for yourself. I have observed that people who achieve extraordinary success always have a purpose that extends beyond their own personal benefit. They are driven by a desire to serve others, to solve problems, to make the world a better place. This higher purpose gives them the strength to persist when faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges. Consider the example of Florence Nightingale, who revolutionized the nursing profession not for personal gain, but because she felt called to reduce human suffering. Her deeper purpose sustained her through years of resistance from the medical establishment and enabled her to transform healthcare practices that saved countless lives. Mahatma Gandhi changed the course of history, not because he had superior resources or abilities, but because he had a burning desire to free his people from oppression. This purpose sustained him through years of struggle and enabled him to achieve what many considered impossible. Mother Teresa devoted her life to serving the poorest of the poor because she believed that every human being deserved dignity and care. Her purpose gave her the strength to work in conditions that would have defeated most people. But your purpose need not be as grand as changing the world. It simply needs to be authentic and meaningful to you. Perhaps your purpose is to provide a better life for your family, to use your talents to serve your community, or to create something beautiful that will outlast your lifetime. Whatever your purpose, it must resonate deeply within your heart and give meaning to your efforts. When you connect with your deeper purpose each morning, you tap into a source of power that is virtually unlimited. You become more than just someone pursuing personal goals. You become a force for positive change in the world, and the universe has a way of supporting such people in extraordinary ways. Your purpose should be something that excites you and makes you eager to begin each day. If thinking about your why doesn't fill you with energy and enthusiasm, you may need to dig deeper to find your authentic motivation. Sometimes our true purpose is buried under layers of conditioning from family, society, or past experiences. Take time each morning to visualize not just your success, but the impact your success will have on others. See how your achievements will enable you to serve, contribute, and make a difference. Feel the satisfaction that comes from knowing that your efforts matter and that your life has meaning beyond personal gain. Write down your deeper purpose and keep it where you can see it during your morning routine. When you read it each day, feel the truth of it in your heart. Let it remind you that your goals are not just about getting something for yourself, but about becoming someone who can give more to the world. Remember that your purpose may evolve as you grow and change. What motivates you today may not be what motivates you 5 years from now, and that's perfectly natural. The key is to stay connected to whatever gives your life meaning and direction in the present moment. The 9th rule, cultivate an attitude of persistence. The 9th rule of morning mental discipline is to cultivate an attitude of persistence that will sustain you through any challenge or setback you may encounter. Persistence is perhaps the most important quality of successful people, yet it is also one of the most misunderstood. True persistence is not blind stubbornness or the refusal to change course when circumstances warrant it. True persistence is the determination to continue moving toward your goal, regardless of temporary defeats or obstacles. Every morning, you must renew your commitment to persistence. Remind yourself that every challenge is temporary. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, and every failure contains within it the seed of an equivalent benefit. This mental conditioning will prepare you to handle whatever difficulties may arise during the day with grace and determination. The difference between successful people and failures is not that successful people encounter fewer obstacles. Often, they encounter more obstacles because they are attempting to achieve more ambitious goals. The difference is that successful people have developed the mental discipline to persist through difficulties, while others give up at the first sign of trouble. Persistence is not just about continuing to work hard when things get difficult. It's about maintaining your faith in your ultimate success, even when current circumstances suggest failure. It's about learning from setbacks and using them as stepping stones to higher achievement. It's about refusing to let temporary defeats become permanent disabilities. Thomas Edison's laboratory burned to the ground, destroying millions of dollars worth of equipment and years of research. Instead of giving up in despair, Edison gathered his family to watch the fire and said, "All our mistakes are being burned up. Thank goodness we can start fresh." The next morning, he was already making plans to rebuild and continue his work. This attitude of persistence in the face of adversity is what enabled him to become the world's greatest inventor. Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before someone agreed to use his recipe for fried chicken. Most people would have given up after a dozen rejections, but Sanders persisted because he believed in his product and his dream. His persistence eventually made him one of the most recognizable figures in American business. But perhaps the most remarkable example of persistence is that of Helen Keller, who overcame the seemingly insurmountable obstacles of blindness and deafness to become one of the most inspiring figures in human history. Her teacher, Anne Sullivan, was equally persistent in her efforts to reach Helen and help her communicate with the world. Together, they proved that no